This is the recap for live stream 377, and we had a textbook day in the market. The price action was favorable. I tried to integrate the TPO charts into my trading and didn't quite work today, so there's certainly some room for improvement. So let's have a look at the trades I took. So we had a market was down slightly on the tech due to possibly the Nvidia news and SoftBank taking some profits, about 5.8 billion worth on our friends over at NQ. So over on NQ, initially I went long, and as I noticed we're coming into this volume ledge here, I thought, well, maybe the market isn't going to work in my favor. And so I actually got out of the position for a small loss as the market went against me. So got in, got out for a small loss. I was concerned about this area on the TPO. I then decided to get back in and stick with my strategy. So went long, and the original target was up at 66. But due to taking the long off this candle, I decided to use this candle's target, which was at the 59. And so went long and took profits at 60. Prices pulled back, so decided to take a re-entry at 54.75 for that original target, which was up at that 66. So these two winning trades here are an amalgamation of the same trade. Even this loss down here, if I would have stuck with the original strat, I would have got to target. But again, I'm trying to integrate the TPOs into my trading. Prices rallied all the way to this gray line here, which I believe is a point of control. It's at least a high volume area on our friends over at NQ. From there, we can see the market sold off a fair bit from that point of control. High volume area, 113 points. Price came into this consolidation. Price is actually set up long due to my primary strategy. Now, I didn't like the fact that price action kept on chopping around. I thought we'd see a bit of a bear flag and I would be punished. I thought after seeing the market sell off sharply, if it was going to reverse, it would reverse sharply as well, but it continued to pull back. So I was a bit concerned, but decided to stick with the trade. Eventually, prices did go and hit my target up at 85.75, which was below where the point of control high volume area was sitting. So got to target. Not long after I hit target, we've pulled back. And at the end of the day here, I've also had another setup. I decided not to take it due to where my account was. Decided not to take it. So this would have been a long off this candle with a target all the way up at the 12.75. But decided not to take it as I had achieved my daily objectives. Over on our friends at gold, we'll have a look here. So over at gold, we had this sell-off, had a rally in the overnight. This is where the highs were on the day, around the 141.55. Came into the US session, started seeing selling, brief rally, continued selling here. Saw the pickup in volume to the downside as the market came in. Had a long setup as part of my strategy. Decided to take it. Now prices went against me, as we can see, came pretty close to my stop. I was long and I had a stop somewhere around 109, 110, somewhere in that region, in around these lows. Prices came close to stopping me out, eventually came back to the upside. The main information I used to make trading decisions was suggesting I should focus on short, so decided to take it off there, the long gold position, for a small gain. Eventually thought, well, the price action, the way our prices are developing, the higher lows would suggest that prices may want to go up towards that original target of the 124, because original entry was around at 117. Placed an order, wasn't filled on the streaming account, was filled on my personal account. Price came within 3 ticks of target. Seems to be a bit of a theme here. We got to 123.7. We can see it at the top of the screen here. Got to the 123.7, pulled back. Eventually got to 123.4, 6 ticks away, and pulled back. And because I wasn't triggered in on this account, and due to the time of day being pretty close towards where the gold window closes, I decided that I would just adjust on my personal account, just up to break even as prices came down to that 18.1, cancelled the pending order I had sitting at 17.6. Was hoping to fill the 17.6 and take profits around the 124, but due to prices getting towards that level twice, failing and coming back, decided I was going to call it a day, especially considering the amount of P&L I have accumulated on the account. So we can have a look here at the overall trades. So we can see we started the 11th of September at 12.62. The first trade was that trade over on NQ where I looked at price coming into a high volume ledge on the TPO chart, decided to get out. Eventually got back in, took profits around the 59s there. No, 60, 25, 560, picked up 54, prices pulled back to 54. Went long again at the 54.75, took profits all the way up at the 66. After which we had a break even on gold, which we only picked up 13 there. And more recently we had the large win on NQ, which was towards that point of control where we picked up 111,500. So that's taken our account up to that 1443 mark. Now we'll have a look at the trade performance. So over on the trade performance here, we can see we took a total of 5 trades. We had 4 of these trades were taken on NQ. We had 1 on gold. The 1 on gold was that break-even trade that we did take on gold. Wouldn't have got to target anyway. May eventually get to target. I won't be here to see it. So we picked up 13.2 on that break-even trade. So we've of course got 100% accuracy. There's no average losing trade there. On NQ, where we took 4 of our trades, we can see here we picked up 170,500 there. 3 winners, 1 loser, 75% win rate. Average win is 62,833. Average loss is 18, and this loss should not even have been a loss because, well, I'm trying to add a TPO, so I'm not going to say it shouldn't have been a loss. It's a little bit frustrating when you try to add something new to improve your strategy and it doesn't work out at first attempt. It doesn't mean you should give up, but again, we had that 18 loss, so I'm just going to take it on the chin. It's a learning experience. I'll continue to use TPOs. I'll see how they can integrate with my current strategy. And we can see there, picked up the average win was 62. So across the board, at the small win here, bringing down the average down to 54.25. The average loss, we only had 1 loss, minus 18. So 4 winners, 1 losers. Overall, across all the instrument, 80% win rate, 5 trades, 4 wins, 1 loss. And the overall P&L, 180,580. So a pretty good day, almost double the daily target of 100. And we'll continue to see what the market brings. Now, tomorrow, I will not be here. And the reason I won't be here is because of my day job. My day job won't allow me to be here at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And by the time I get to the market, it'll be a lot later than the window I'd like to trade. So I'm not going to come in and force any trades. So tomorrow's likely going to be a no trade day. And with that said, so let's just have a look here. It seems that we are heading towards that 124. So we'll ultimately see whether we get to that 124, this target. Again, we're looking at a stop below these lows here. So eventually we may get there. And over here on NQ, we were looking for that move up to that 612.75, which I did not take. So eventually we may get there as well. It seems like we are about to get there. We're at 601 at the moment. So this trade I didn't take. That certainly, let's see how many points we could have picked up there. Oh, wow. Another 47-ish points. Well, I won't be here for it. Thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.